Imagine driving through Alas Roban, a dark, foggy, deserted forest road, with only the sound of truck engines roaring through the night. Drivers are well aware of the warning. Never stop in the middle of the road. But a young driver, tired and sleepy, pulled over for a break. It was quiet, until he heard a loud knock on his cab door. He thought it was a friend, but when he opened it, no one was there. The next second, his rear view mirror revealed the figure of a long-haired woman sitting in the back of his truck, staring at him with blank eyes. Panicized, he stepped on the gas as hard as he could. But the road seemed endless, the bends repeated, and the forest grew denser. And as dawn broke, he realized he was still in the same spot where he had first stopped. The question was, had he really ever left the forest?
Imagine being a new student in Jogja, getting a cheap boarding room, but no one ever stays there for long. The first night felt normal until the light suddenly went out. In the darkness, I heard the sound of a chair shifting, then a soft knock on the closet. When I opened it, it was empty. Thinking it was just a hallucination, he went back to sleep. But at exactly 3 in the morning, he woke up. There was a black shadow sitting at his desk, silent, staring. Trembling, she turned on the light. The shadow disappeared, but the scent of jasmine filled the room. The next day, the boarding house owner just said coldly, "That room is always asking for friends." The question is, would you dare to stay in that room for just one night?
Imagine crossing the Ancol Bridge, Indonesia, late at night. The road is quiet, except for the sound of vehicle engines and the crashing waves in the distance. A motorcyclist saw a beautiful girl standing on the edge of a bridge. Her long hair was flowing, her face pale in the streetlights. She looked anxious, as if she needed a ride. The driver slowed down, wanting to help. But when he turned around, the girl was already sitting in the back seat of his motorcycle, silent, head down. Frightened, he accelerated as fast as he could. But the faster he went, the tighter the girl's shadow hugged him from behind. And when he reached the end of the bridge, he turned around once more. The back seat was empty. Only the scent of jasmine lingered in the night air.
It's a dark night on the Bintaro train tracks. The wind blows cold and the rails vibrate gently, even though no trains are passing. They say that on certain dates, the sound of clashing metal can still be heard here. The 1987 tragedy, a fatal collision between two trains, claimed hundreds of lives in an instant. Local residents still remember the screams of passengers, the scattered bodies and the blood covering the tracks. To this day, there's a chilling story. Passing motorcyclists hear cries for help in the distance. When they turn around, there's no one there, just the rusted, deserted rails. But most terrifyingly, some witnesses claim to have seen the shadows of passengers standing at the edge of the tracks, waiting for a train that will never come again. The question is, would you dare cross that track alone, in the middle of the night?